ladies and gentlemen. It's Christelle Martinette here. This is just a brief intro to the reading. I'm going to be using 3 different decks for the month of August. Tarot of the Obscure Fables. I've used them before. You've seen them before. The Angel Tarot and the Sibylla of the Mysteries. Then I'll have the runes here with me. This is Tiger's Eyes, and that's it. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your subscriptions, your new subscribers, welcome, and old subscribers, thank you for your support. If you want a reading, it's readings at ChristelleMartinette.com, or go to my website and you'll get all the information. www.ChristelleMartinette.com. On to the readings. Happy birthday to you, Leo. Happy birthday to you, Leo. Happy birthday, dear Leo. Happy birthday to you. All right, let's get into this reading for the month of August. These were already shuffled off camera. Let's see what we have here. Those were the Obscure Fables. Now we have the Angel Tarot. All right. One more. Leo. Then we have 2 cards, 2 Sibylla mystery cards. These are just too hard for me to, very difficult to shuffle this way. Try one more time. All right, then we have from the top and from the bottom. All right, let me show you these cards, Leo. This is the first entrance card is the 2, I think you could see this, the 2 of Swords. If I go too close, the light goes away. 2 of Swords. Then we have the Page of Wands. There you go, the Page of Wands. Then there's this 2 of Wands. This is the Magician. Sorry, not the Magician. The Fool card. The Fool card. And then we have 2 Vera Sibilla, the Sibylla of the Mysteries, La Morte, Death, which is also a change, transformation. And then we have the Ancora Spezzata, which is the broken anchor. See that anchor there? All right, let me get this, all right, now Leo, what are we looking at? We open the spread with the question that you ask yourself, and this is the 2 of Swords, which is Moon in Libra, the Moon in Libra. And the Moon is all about moods and your emotions. And the Libra period, of course, is the 21st of September to the 10th until the 20th of October. And here you ask yourself, I thought I was going to have met that person already. I was absolutely sure, Leo, you're saying to yourself. What happened? Did I miss something? Did I miss something? I thought that I was going to meet a person who I could go into business with. I thought that I would have met this year already someone that I could have worked with, that I could have partnered with, that I could have done some kind of project with or activity with. And this is the question. Well, what happened? You're going to ask yourself, what has happened? And the action you take on this is actually one of pro-action. It's almost as if Leo, we see you going, with your eye, roving eyes, your eyes are roving, you're looking as if you are literally seeking. You're looking out and seeking what you want, what you're looking for. And it's quite a proactive way that you're doing this. And however, the environment that you're in, the month of August for you is going to be, well, this Two of Wands, which is Mars and Aries, and we know that Mars is all about drive and energy, and this is the context that you're working in. And the Aries period, of course, is the third month, March 21st. And, what is what this is telling me is that, yes, it will be coming, but it is shifted forward in time, Leo. We are in a period where you are waiting, okay, you are expecting. You would have thought that it would have come. This is what you're thinking to yourself. The cards are telling you, however, don't lose faith, Leo, because we have further down the line, after the new year, the beginning of spring, is when all of your proactive nature is going to pay off. And quite interestingly, we have then in the position of, in the house, I'm going to call it a house, the house of emotions, we have this, the Fool card, and the Fool card is Uranus in Aquarius, and Uranus is all about change. It's all about originality. It seems that the month of August and the following months the cards are suggesting you that you need to tweak a little more of the things that you're doing, change some attitudes in order for, there's a number of things that work that you still can take care of. And what's interesting, I'm going to lower this here, the volume on my, there you go. What's interesting about this is that the Fool card is a card of Aquarius, and Aquarius is the month of January 21st, February 20th. That's when you first start to get the real smell that something is coming. The change in because you would have tweaked and getting yourself ready for that March. And March, for those of you who are expecting romance, expecting a partner, there's something going to be happening for you in the beginning of the spring, next spring. So we need to calm down and know and trust, just trust. What is interesting here, more than any of the rest of the spread, is that I'm not exactly sure if this is a moment of fear, because I have the Death card and the broken anchor, and there's sadness here. There is sadness here. There's sadness as if, it was my time. It should have been my time. Why didn't it come about? What happened? Did I miss my boat? Let me take a look at that. Okay, now, it's interesting. These cards are interesting. We have the king, il re, who is like a Gran Signore in other Sibilla decks, a very, very important person. Okay, then we have the ruins, solitude, introspection, isolation, nostalgia, things that cause you to look within. And then we have the child. So when a child comes out over cards like this, like the Death card, there is a renewal here. There's a renewal after much soul searching. This is interesting. I'm going to take now the 3 Sibilla cards over this page of Wands, and it talks about the proactive nature, the actions that you're going to be taking in the month of August, as if you're going and seeing and looking and seeking out. I've got l'attesa, the wait, omaggio, the gift, and then the mask, la maschera. And it seems to me that the cards are telling you, okay, we are in a position, Leo, of having to wait. We know that, okay? And the Athesa is telling us again their thoughts and uncertainties and whatnot. But there are small things that come your way. News, good news, very pleasant occurrences that and reconciliation with the loved one if that is your case. But there is a recovery of a situation that has gone awry. The Mask is an interesting card, probably one of the most interesting in this deck, because it talks about how appearances can trick you, how not to take things for face value, and this is of course means. The meaning of this extends to all realms. For example, don't take things for face value. If you haven't heard from somebody for a long time, it's not necessarily the case they don't want to talk to you. It's not necessarily the case that person will not be coming into your life. So the cards really are telling you, hurry up and wait. You tweak little things that you have to tweak, Leo, but know that it's going to be time until the Aquarius period, until you really start feeling some sort of satisfaction in regards to what you are expecting. I'm going to take 2 cards here over the Two of Wands, that Mars and Aries card. And what do I have? I've got the stanza, the room. This is news again. We have 3 cards that talk about news coming in, and then La Casa, interests, house, your interests, your personal secrets, the interest in terms of your assets, any assets that you may have. But it also talks about the family, and you find solace in close people who are close to you. It's very complex reading for you, Leo, because there's a certain game that you're playing, a game of a maze. You're going through a maze, as if you are looking for things and not finding them. You want to then start from scratch, going back. But the cards are telling you this is not the anxiety needs to leave you, because what is important is that you trust in the universe. Trust in the universe. I'm going to take the room to see what they have to say. Okay. Trust in the universe, yes. I do have, right in this smack in the middle, is Pedro. And Pedro Merkstave tells me it is true that you don't see what can possibly be considered as a positive development. You don't see what the universe is trying to tell you. Trust, and you don't. Your gut isn't even to be. You can't even count on your gut. You're thinking, and it's true. The thing is that what I'm seeing here as the runes always paint a very clear picture, and they don't mince words. I have Awats here, and Awats is a rune that says, okay, you're going to be going forward no matter what. This is a journeying rune. You are on a journey. You're on a roll. I would like to say you're on a roll, because you're on a roll, because that's riding high of expectations. You feel it, you hear it, you think you hear it, it's there, it's very close, and then all of a sudden the energy stopped, and now August comes around and you say to yourself, well, what happened? I thought it was coming in, I smelt that person, What is interesting, very clearly interesting, is Isa. Isa here tells me that the month of August is the time for you, Leo, to show the world what you're made of. Do it your way. Fine-tune who you are. Again, there's another journeying room, Rido. And here too it says, go forward, but with caution and fine-tuning your gifts, your gut, your spiritual intuition. fine-tune it. Then we have Urus. Urus Merkstave is always such a difficult rune. It's a rune that tells you, okay, when the going gets tough, the tough gets going. And this is a month that's going to put you to a test, August. The month of August, Leo, is going to put you to a test. So much so that we have two other runes. One is Diag, and Diag says to you, look, Leo, what goes round comes round, fine. And then you say to yourself, but I thought that I did all my homework. Now's the time when I should be getting payback. It's not yet the case. We've got Gifu, and Gifu is a give and take. You give to receive, you give to receive, you receive to give. And there's something that you are not seeing. Of course, I said, the Pierdro Merkstave, that you missed, or that was not done, or that work on yourself that just didn't finish properly, or you just let it on, put it on the shelf and didn't go underneath the surface. There's some type of homework still has to be done for you, Leo, before you get that payback. It really, really interesting, Leo. Happy birthday again, and I do hope this was of help for you. And until we read together again, bye-bye.